President Trump's intervention in the U.S. team's red card controversy has renewed concerns about politics bleeding into sports. But this isn't the first time government officials have been accused of trying to interfere with the match's result. In 1982, the head of Kuwait's Soccer Association, Prince Fahad, literally walked onto the pitch to protest a goal call during the team's match with France. Prince Fahad refused to leave until referees reversed the call and threatened to pull his entire team off the pitch. The referee did reverse the call, but Kuwait still lost, and the prince had to pay a $14,000 fine for walking onto the pitch. The 1978 World Cup represented one of the most stark examples of the so-called practice of sports washing, when a government uses sports to distract from alleged human rights abuses. The games are hosted in Argentina, which was under a brutal dictatorship known for torturing and killing political prisoners. The opening ceremony was held less than a mile away from one of the main locations the government used. Argentina was also accused of trying to tip the scales in its match against Peru. Among the allegations, Argentina's dictator had a, quote, friendly chat with the Peruvian team 20 minutes before the game. In 2010, the FBI concluded that South African officials bribed their way into hosting the World Cup. While South Africa officially denied this, FIFA later submitted an official report to the U.S. Attorney's Office in New York that admitted it accepted a $10 million bribe from the country. Christina Uncle is a former FIFA referee and sports law and referee analyst. Thanks for being here. So first and foremost, what did you make of the initial call? And what do you make of it being lifted this weekend?
Yes, great. Two different questions. And putting on the referee hat and the referee analysis hat, the decision on the field, which was not given as anything until VAR, which is the video automated review system, brought in and said they recommended a red card, and the referee took the red card. Now, collectively, there's a lot of discussion and an agreement that the preferred decision is it for it not to be a red card. Here you see a point of contact, you see studs onto the ankle. It looks bad, but when you put it into context, it was two players' feet who got tangled up, and it was a misstep, and it was an unfortunate incident. So nobody wants a red card decision from the referee analysis standpoint. Even though VAR recommended it down and the referee made a decision, the reality is they are still human and they can still make those decisions. So that stands alone by itself, and the FIFA competition rules don't allow for red cards that are made on subjective distinctions to be overturned or appealed, and they have automatic one-game suspensions. Which leads to your second question, what do I think about the suspension being suspended under what FIFA is claiming Article 27, another statute, which is actually being served as a loophole in this process. So Article 27 is a very broad, discretionary, independent FIFA disciplinary committee that has decided to use this article and not provide any findings, justifications, facts, rationale, or reasoning as to why they are using their broad discretion to suspend, which is the key word. They're not overturning the red. They're not eliminating it. They're not saying the referees got it wrong. They're just suspending the one-game suspension that is allowing Balogun to play very shortly in the next hour or two. So from the second half of it, I don't like it. It really goes against competition integrity. And when you don't have transparency, when you are allowed discretionary authority, it creates a vacuum that requires then people start asking questions. And of course, speculation comes abroad.
I have to be quick with you on this, but we saw the president of a country that's playing in the World Cup while hosting the tournament admit to reaching out to the president of FIFA. Now, FIFA's president denies any impropriety, but you were just talking about integrity. Does that impact the integrity? Just the appearance, maybe?
Yes, you hit on the word. It's the appearance of impropriety, and FIFA itself with its statutes basically say that in these football associations should not have interference from third parties, particularly politics, and you hit it on with your intro. That is exactly what FIFA has been trying and stamping out as political interference, so it does not look good.
Christina Uncle, I think you were probably the perfect person to talk to about this. Thank you so much.
Of course. Thank you for having me tonight, Lindsay.